Watching you kanina, you must have heard Senator Kiko's speech so many times, but among everybody in the room, I think you were the one who was really, your eyes were on him and really, appreciating everything that he was saying. And you must have enjoyed the last 3 years that he had more time to be at home. Pero watching him also in those last 3 years, was something missing kay Senator Kiko? As you said, his heart has always been.
What did I tell you before? You said, maybe I should...
Hey, I'm ready to hit the ground. So if there's anything you'd like me to focus on first.
But you don't have that spark. Because, parang you were born to serve. You have to run and then go. So, yeah, I know his heart so well. Kasi early in our marriage, yung pa yung napapag-awayan namin, gusto mo, sa'yo na lang siya. But then that's not how we were raised. So, we like to give back to a country that's been so good to us, especially me. Nakikiusap na kami pagbigyan siya para mag-serve. Diba?
And it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that we have to fight so hard to just get their vote so we can serve them. That's what's very hard to understand. But that's why we're counting on you.
Ang isa sa mga sinasabi ko sa campaign trail. Kasi last week, we celebrated our 29th wedding anniversary.
Wow!
April 28. So it's May 5 today. So last Monday, today is Monday, so 1 week ago. So ang sinasabi ko, maraming lumiligaw kay Shana. Maraming gusto makuha ang kanyang matulis na ko. Marami akong kakumpetensya. Sikat na artista. Hilinari mga negosyo. Pero bakit ako ang nagwagi? Kasi, sabi ko, imbis na mahamahawing bulaklak na rosas, tulips, ang binigay ko sa kanya, chicharong bulaklak. So, consistent. Noong pa man, ganun pagkain na. But then I say also that the reason why we lasted 29 years is because when I asked her to be my love, the love of my life, I promised her to love her forever. And I did not. I made sure I stayed true to that promise. Hindi man madali, may mga panahon na may challenges, love conquers all. So, yun din, sabi mo di ba yung mga politiko nanliligaw din, gusto makuha ng matamis na kobo ng mga kandidato, ng mga botante pala. At pag nakuha na yung matamis na kobo, dapat hindi magpataksil. Dapat magiging tapat at totoo. So ako, sa personal na buhay at sa buhay lingkod bayan, isa, na 18 years akong nahalal bilang senador and 18 and 2 years bilang cabinet secretary, wala akong pinagtaksilan. Naging tapat ako. Wala akong kasong action. Wala akong hindi ako nagpayaman sa pwesto. So,
Kaya yung mga paninira sa kanya, yung memes, puro ganyan, or yung mga napasan niya, hindi binubuo, parang dinimisinform yung tao. Kasi hindi nila masabing magnanakaw yan, kasama sa anomalya yan, or may bahid ng skandalo yan. Wala silang masabing gano'n. So doon na lang nila kinukuha. Hindi naman namin charity nila.
So ang ating pakiusap sa ating mga voters on May 12, busisiin ng gusto. Huwag basta maniniwala sa matatamis na salita. Tingnan yung track record. Tingnan kung meron bang kasong anomalya, meron bang background, o meron bang pangakong napako. Tingnan natin at doon natin piliin yung karapat-dapat. Okay. Meron din sigurong isang hindi ko nabanggit kanina, but one of our advocacies, well, it's food security. No? Pero kasama sa food security, siyempre, Eh paano natin i-address itong problema ng gutom, lalo na sa mga kabataan at estudyante? May mga datos na nagsasabi, marami sa mga anak natin, about a third of our children are suffering from malnutrition and various degrees of stunting. That's a huge amount. That's because of inaccessibility of nutritious, healthy food. Kulang. So ang ating proposal, 30% of those who have school meals end up continuing to graduate. In other words, nagda-drop out pag walang school meals. May mga eskwelahan, public schools na may school meals, depende, meron wala. Makikita ninyo sa resulta, pag may school meals, they continue on. Maganda ang performance sa math, science, sa mga test, kumpara dun sa mga walang school meals. So to address that, we must have free breakfast sa elementary, high school, at preschool. Sa lahat ng pampublikong paaralan, number one, so that we are able to address quality education that the children deserve. And second, hanggang kalahati ng pagkain na ihahain sa lahat ng pampublikong paaralan ay dapat binibili direkta sa mga magsasaka na lokal at mangingisda na lokal. Gulay, baboy, manok, itlog, para sila rin, ang farmers, alam nila, naku, gobyerno ang bibili sa tamang presyo, magtatanim pa ako ng mas marami. Pag mas marami na nga ang tanim, mas marami ang aanihin, alam nilang hindi sila pinaparat, gaganda ang kanilang kita, gaganda rin ang supply ng pagkain. Win-win tayo.
Makes sense talaga.
And it's being done in Indonesia, in Thailand, in Japan, in Italy, in France, because precisely it works. From daycare to grade 12. We can do it in stages kasi it may be a huge amount outright, but it has to be done in a period, let's say, of 3 years that we will complete it, but we have to start so that it can be done. And then, food security.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Asa.
Usually, para na-educated.
Thank you, sir.
I'm a 531. Yes.